I'm Perry Doyle. I'm a lawyer in Chicago. I'm here today to talk about what's the most important number in your workers' compensation case and how not knowing that can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your workers' compensation case. Hit like, hit share. The information that we're going to be talking about today is important for anybody who gets hurt in a work-related accident, because the information that we have we're going to be talking about, it really applies to everybody, and it deals with the benefits that you get as your case goes through. So, give you a high-level overview of what happens in a workers' compensation case. There's three basic benefits that you get. The first one is disability benefits, and this is 2/3 of your average weekly wage while you're off work. The other basic benefit that you get is your medical expenses get paid. And the final one is a permanency benefit that's based on 60% of your average weekly wage. Now, the two benefits that you have that actually puts money in your pocket are your two disability benefits. Your temporary total disability benefits, this is what gets paid to you when you're not able to work, and your permanency benefit, which is what's related to the nature and extent of your injury. Now, both of these are based on your average weekly wage, and your average weekly wage really is the most important number in your workers' compensation case. Your disability benefit is 2/3 of your average weekly wage. It's not a benefit that's supposed to provide you with a ton of money. It's not supposed to have you live in a lux lifestyle. It's supposed to put food on your table, pay the rent, and let you survive while you're recovering from your injuries. Most people, live a lifestyle where things are a little bit tighter than that, and having a 1/3 reduction in what you bring home is something that hurts. If you get shorted on what your average weekly wage computation is, you're going to be shorted even more. So just to give an example, if your average weekly wage is undercomputed by $150, that means that every week you're going to be taking home $100 less in terms of disability benefits. Now, stretch it, if you're off work for 2.5 months, that's $1,000 over the life of the time that you're off. When it comes time to settle your case, if your settlement is based on permanency, each part of your body is assigned a certain number of weeks' pay, and then you get a percentage of that based on the nature and extent of your injury. Now, talking about how that's computed is kind of beyond the scope of what we're doing, but if you have a $150 shortfall in what your average weekly wage is, it means it's $90 for every week that's involved. So let's just say, for example, you hurt yourself, and as part of your settlement, you're going to get 30 weeks' pay as part of the permanency settlement. Well, 30 weeks' pay multiplied out by $90, that's $2,700. Again, this is a way that a simple error in computing what your average weekly wage is ends up costing you a lot of money. You may think that insurance companies wouldn't do that to you, but the reality is that they do. There's a joke about government spending, $1 million here, $1 million there, and pretty soon you have real money. If the insurance companies are shorting a number of people, $150 on each claim, before you know it, that adds up to millions and millions of dollars. And if you think that they're not doing it, you're crazy. Of course they are. People are getting paid bonuses for doing that. How do you know if you're getting less than you should in terms of what they're saying your average weekly wage is? It's kind of hard to explain. It's fairly complex, and sort of the key question you should be asking is what they're saying my average weekly wage is less than what I was actually getting in terms of an average weekly wage? If that's the case, then it's something that you need to look into much more closely. That's part of the service that we provide as attorneys who handle these kinds of cases. Now, knowledge is power. It's up to you to know what your rights are and to choose whether or not and how you want to exercise those. The first step is knowing what your rights are and having that choice to exercise your rights or not. If this information's been helpful, if you know somebody who would benefit from knowing exactly what the most important number is in their workers' compensation case is, feel free to like this, feel free to share this. There certainly are people out there who would benefit from this kind of information. You can also visit my website, www.rightsofinjuredtruckers.com, to learn more about this information. You can also call our office at 312-263-1080. We're happy to talk to you about this further. There's no obligation to hire us. The call is free. We're certainly there to help people who've been involved in work-related accidents.